Dear students, we will do a new module. This is module 9, and in this module I am going to work out two problems related to residential status. So the first problem, previous module we have worked out one problem. So this is problem 2. Dr. A, an Indian national working in USA, visits India every year to visit his parents. So in this case you have to remember he is an NRI. He is working in Indian national working in USA. What would be his residential status in the following two conditions? So first condition is Mr. A came to India on 19th December. So December 19th, 24 he came to India and stayed up to 5th February 25. February 5th, 25. One more information is there. His total stay during the previous 3 years came to 300 days. 300 days previous year. So now we have to calculate the residential status of Mr. Dr. A. So we know that your assessment year is 25 April 1st to 31st March 26. Your previous year, that is 12 months before that, that is 24 April 1st to 31/3/25. Now how many days he was there in the previous year? So that we have to check. December 19th he came. So December you have to calculate. I told you day of coming and day of leaving will be counted. So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. December he was there for 13 days. January he was there for 31 days. January full month he was there. Plus February 5 days. He is leaving on February 5th. But that day also is counted. So total number of days he stayed in the previous year is 49 days. So now we have to check whether he has satisfied the basic condition. First basic condition is he has to be in India for 182 days or more. So he was only for 49 days. He has not satisfied the first basic condition. Second basic condition is divided into two parts. In the current previous year he has to stay in India for 60 days. That also he has not come fulfilled. The sub condition for that second basic condition is he has to be in India for 365 days for 4 immediately preceding previous years. That also he has not fulfilled. So that means he has not fulfilled both the basic conditions, so he will be a non-resident. Now this condition we are changing. Dr. A, he is coming to India. He is coming to India on 20th September. 20th September 24 he came to India and he stayed up to 31st March 25. 31st March 25. 31st March 25. So his total stay in India during the preceding 7 years. 7 years he stayed for 500 days. 500 days. What will be his residential status? And he left India on 31/3/2018. 31/3/2018 he left India. So here also you have to take the previous year, that is 1/4/24 to 31/3/25. Assessment year 1/4/25 to 31/3/26. This till you remember, always you write the previous year and assessment year. Now the number of days he stayed in the previous year to calculate. He came on September 20th. So September how many days? Day of coming is counted. That's very important. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. September he was there for 11 days. October 31. November 30. December 31. January 31. February 28. It's not a leap year that you have to check. March 31. So you have to count all this and how many days you will get? You will get 193 days. 193 days. So you have to remember whether he has satisfied the first basic condition or not. First basic condition is he has to stay in India in the current previous year for 182 days or more. So he has satisfied because he stayed for 193 days. Now second condition is he has to be in India for 60 days in the current previous year and 365 days in the 4 immediately preceding previous years. He stayed for 7 years. He has stayed for 500 days. Since he has completed the first basic condition fulfilled, we have to check the additional conditions because he can be a resident or not ordinarily resident. So we are checking the additional conditions now. First additional condition is he has to be in India. He has to be a resident for 2 out of 10 immediately preceding previous years. Now, immediately preceding previous years. You have to remember this is your current previous year. 20, 30, 1, 4, 24 to 31, 3, 25. This is your current previous year. Now, previous 10 years you have to take. That meaning 23, 24, 23, 24, 22, 23, 21, 22, 20, 21, 19, 20, 18, 19, 17, 18, 16, 15, 15, 14, 13, 14, 10 years. He left India on 31/3/2018. 31/3/2018. So this he left India only on 31/3/2018. So 10 years when you are calculating, all other time he was there in India. That meaning that condition is satisfied. He was a resident. He was a resident. He was a resident. So he was a resident here also. So that meaning first additional condition is satisfied. He was a resident in India for 2 out of 10 immediately preceding previous years. Now second additional condition is he has to be in India for 730 days or more in the 7 immediately preceding previous years. This is counted and given as 500. So it is not fulfilled. That meaning he has completed, he has fulfilled one basic and one additional condition. So he has to be a resident and not ordinarily resident, because if he is completing basic plus both the additional, then only he will become resident. One basic plus both the additional, only he will become resident. Here he has fulfilled one basic and one additional. So you have to write he is a resident and not ordinarily resident. So this one problem, 2 portions we have done. You have to practice more problems. Then only you will become an expert. I told you which all steps you can skip. From my experience, I can skip so many steps. Once basic condition is fulfilled or not fulfilled, whether we have to go for additional and all, this you will learn only by practice. So this, he is a resident and not ordinarily resident. One basic he has fulfilled, one additional. Second additional he is not satisfied because he has stayed in the 7 immediately preceding previous years. He stayed for only 500 days. It should have been 730. So he is a resident and not ordinarily resident. Now, one problem I will tell you. Mr. A, an engineer, went to UK on 15th March 24. So this problem, 15th March, 15/3/24 he left India, and he came back on 28th March 25, 28/3/25. So your previous year is 1/4/25, 1/4/24 to 31/3/25. Assessment year is 1/4/25 to 31/3/26. So this he came to India on 28th March 25. That meaning he was there in India only for 4 days. So whether he is a resident, not ordinarily resident, or non-resident, he has not satisfied the first basic condition. 182 days he has not satisfied. Second basic condition is divided into 2 parts. He has to be a resident. He has to be he stayed in India for 60 days. That also he has not fulfilled. Plus 365 days in 4 immediately preceding previous years. Since the one part is not fulfilled, you don't have to check the other part. So both the basic conditions he has not satisfied. Now you need not satisfy. Now you need not check the additional conditions. That means when he is not satisfying both the basic conditions, he is a non-resident. So this is what I wanted to explain in this module. Happy learning. Thank you. Next module we will do some more problems. Thank you.